In Athens, around 427 BC, a young man was born into a noble family. He could have led a comfortable political life, a statesman speaking in councils and making decisions. But something else awaited him, something that would make him trust even what he saw with his own eyes. That young man was Plato. In his youth, Plato wasn't a philosopher. He was interested in poetry, the arts, and perhaps the glory that befitted his family. But all that changed when he met a strange man, a man who didn't write, but whose questions shook minds. That man was Socrates, and from that moment on, the world was never the same. Socrates didn't give answers. He dismantled them. He questioned. He doubted, and he made those before him discover their own ignorance. Plato didn't just learn knowledge from him. He learned that truth isn't what we believe, but what we can withstand doubting. And here began the true transformation. But this transformation wasn't completed quietly. In 399 BC, Socrates was sentenced to death. The charge? That he was corrupting the youth. Plato witnessed it. He saw the city supposedly just kill its most just man. From that moment, doubt began to grow within him. Is this world truly just? Or is reality one thing, and what we experience another? And so began his own journey. He left Athens and traveled to many cities, learning and observing. He no longer sought ready-made answers, but rather a complete system to explain the world. Over time, he began to develop his grand idea that what we see is not the whole truth. Plato presented one of his most famous ideas, the allegory of the cave. Imagine people imprisoned inside a cave, seeing only shadows on the walls. For them, these shadows are reality. But what is reality? There is a world outside the cave, clearer, more real. It's as if Plato is saying, what you see is not necessarily what exists. And here, the question is no longer, what is reality? But rather, how do we reach it? He returned to Athens, but not the same. He founded a school, the Academy, one of the first universities in history. There, he didn't teach people what to think, but how to think. He wrote his dialogues, making Socrates the protagonist, as if his voice hadn't died, but continued through him. Plato didn't fully trust democracy. He saw how easily people could err, even kill the best among them. So he proposed the idea of the philosopher king, that the one who should rule is the one who understands the truth, not just the one who possesses power. An ideal idea, but also a dangerous one. Plato lived a relatively long life, dying around 347 BC. He was not just a philosopher. He was the founder of an entire way of thinking. Plato spent his life trying to understand reality, but he ended up questioning it. It's as if his mission wasn't to give you the truth, but to make you doubt everything you believe to be true.